the studio now with Uvonne Andoh, who is our volunteer program coordinator, and she has a little news for us, and we were going to talk about a couple of interesting events coming up. And welcome,
Thank
Uvonne.
you.
It's good to have you.
Likewise, good to be here.
So we have some volunteer programs that there's a couple I think that are very special.
Absolutely. So the first one on the list is the Alzheimer's Walk, which will be happening September 29th, which is Sunday. It's Sunday coming up at Reston Town Center. So any resident who is interested in participating in the walk or is interested in just going for support should sign up with myself or Renee Budd, who is the program manager over at Garden Ridge. Bus will be provided for residents to go to Reston, and the bus will be at Town Center at 12:30 p.m.
Okay.
So if you're in Hunters Crossing, Village Square, come over to Town Center, and the bus will pick you up from there.
So we have only one bus going?
Yes. I believe they're providing 2 buses.
Oh.
I'm not sure, but I know the bus is from Green Spring, which
Since
will be
Renee
taken.
is it more a Garden Ridge event, or is it more?
No, it's open. It's more of independent living.
Oh,
Because she's a programming manager, she is taking control of that this year alongside with me, assisting her. So if you are interested, and of course T-shirt will be provided, which I have on.
Walking together to end Alzheimer's.
Yes.
Memories may fade, but the love
Remains. Yes. So you will get a free T-shirt. You cannot beat that.
Okay.
And the walk begins at 3 p.m. So once you get to Reston Town Center, you check in, you sign up. You can just take a walk to see other vendors that are there, and the walk will begin promptly at 3 p.m. And it's just a mile walk. So it's nothing too long. It's just a mile walk.
My family has a team for my wife who had Alzheimer's.
Oh, okay.
And so the family does a walk as well.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And the bus will leave Reston back to Green Spring at 4 p.m. So the same bus that brought you to Reston will be the same bus that will bring you back to Green Spring.
Good, okay.
The second on my list is calling for volunteers for our dog therapy program that we do have in Garden Ridge. So if you do have a dog, not cats, not rabbits, dog for now, maybe
not canaries
maybe
either.
in the future we will expand, but as of now, dogs. If you have a dog that is friendly, that is able to mingle with other dogs and other resident or people, just see me and we can register you to be part of the dog therapy group. And the dog therapy group meet at Garden Ridge on Tuesdays at 11 p.m. 11 a.m. Sorry. Not p.m. 11 a.m.
Yeah, I don't think they get many people who care to have a dog at that time.
Yeah, no, not p.m. but a.m.
How many dogs do we have registered now?
We have, I believe, seven active dogs who come over to Garden Ridge.
So once you register, you just continue to do this month after month?
Right.
Yeah.
So the process to that is you have to fill out a pet packet, which pretty much gives you an outline of like the guidelines that you need to adhere to, as well as the policy and the pet examination certificate that you have to have current for your dog. So making sure that all the shots are up to date. And then after that, we'll do a little bit of orientation because Garden Ridge kind of is different from IL. So giving you a feel of our residents and their environment as well for you to successfully volunteer in Garden Ridge. So that's pretty much the process to that.
This has been going on a long time. I remember it from 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
My wife was over in Garden Ridge at that time, and
it is a great program.
Came by, yes.
It is. I see the residents who have their dogs come over to Garden Ridge, and it makes our residents in Garden Ridge so happy. Yeah. Just seeing, especially those who love dogs, being able to be around other dogs makes them really happy.
And many of our residents are, they really miss their dogs too.
Absolutely, absolutely. The third on my list is Garfield Elementary School. So So different from Crestwood, as of now, Crestwood Elementary School is full, so we do not need any more volunteers. But at Garfield, which is literally 3 minutes away from Crestwood, they need volunteers. And it's a similar process to Crestwood.
No, it's 3 minutes from here because it's on Old Keene Mill.
Right. 3 minutes from, yes.
Not Garfield. Okay.
Yes.
And what do you do when you volunteer for that?
So first, the process is you have to fill out the application to volunteer at the elementary school. You have to do a fingerprinting, which sometimes they do provide the locations for you, and then a background check because you will be working with students, so making sure that you're good to go. And once all of that is completed, volunteers pretty much will help out in the classrooms, so assisting with reading, math problems, and any other tasks that the teacher might need in the classroom. So that's pretty much the bulk of the volunteer responsibility.
I would assume that a volunteer should be able to start, walk, stand on their feet, walk around the classroom.
Yes, and they also cater to the needs of the volunteer. If you are not able to really move, sometimes there are volunteers who also are in the library.
Oh, okay.
There are some volunteers who help with the ESL class. So not necessarily, you don't really have to be as mobile. They try to kind of cater to your need, but being mobile too is also a plus.
How many are they looking for?
As much as possible, because this is something new. Garfield, they're just starting. It's part of the grant involved that they initiated the end of last year. So it is pretty new. So they're looking for a lot of volunteers. So the more, the better.
Oh, good.
Transportation will also be provided. I know for Crestwood, we do provide transportation on Wednesdays. So we are looking into having the same transportation on Wednesdays for Garfield as well.
Yeah. Well, how long do they stay?
For an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
They leave campus, so the bus gets on campus around 9:50, and leaves maybe around 9:55 or 10, and probably gets to the school around 10:30. So by 11:30 or 12, they're back on campus in time for lunch.
Okay.
And
so this is a good opportunity.
It is a great opportunity.
Especially for ex-teachers, I would think. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Those who miss the classroom.
Absolutely.
And I don't know that we have many teachers who miss the classroom, but it's a good opportunity.
I do have a couple of volunteers who have they've taught and they actually miss that.
Yeah.
So this is something just to help them, be out there and also give back, give back to our students over here Springfield. We also have a volunteer opportunity in the salon in Garden Ridge.
Okay.
So if you're interested in volunteering in the salon in Garden Ridge, specifically on Mondays and Wednesdays, either in the morning or afternoon. They need volunteers, and some of the responsibilities of their volunteers are to take residents to their appointment and then bring them back. So that helps kind of ease the pressure on the nurses, because typically the nurses are the ones who take our residents to the salon and then back.
It's not the aides?
And the aides too. So whoever is available to take our residents. So having volunteers is very helpful. It helps a lot. So
and
if
we have
you're
a lot of
interested,
people over there in wheelchairs who
and
need
walkers
that kind
too.
of help.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How many do we have volunteering now?
In Garden Ridge, we have, I
for the
believe,
salon.
Four, yes.
And you could probably use at least 4 more.
Yes, yes, I could use 4 more. And the days vary, so whatever day works for you. As of now, they need more on Mondays and Wednesdays, but every time that they're there, they also need volunteers.
Oh, okay. So you probably need more than 4.
We need, so as many as possible. And they'll let me know if it's too much. They will let me know.
I'm sure they will.
They will let me know. I also have here the volunteer hour sheet.
Oh.
So for anyone who wants to know how it looks like, especially for our new residents who might be interested in volunteering and interested in maybe, signing up or jotting down their hours, this is the volunteer hour sheet, and it can be picked up at any front desk.
Okay.
They should have a copy of that. And so whatever volunteering that you do, you record that monthly. Some people do it daily, weekly, but whatever is flexible for you. A lot of the residents do it monthly. They record their hours monthly.
Sure.
So they record pretty much the date of their volunteer service, areas in which they volunteer, and the type of volunteer service they do, as well as the hours.
And you want them submitted every month. You
Yes.
don't want them submitted weekly, but every month.
You can submit it monthly or weekly, whichever one works
you could,
for you.
okay.
Yes, whichever one works for you.
Very
But
good.
mostly the residents do submit it monthly.
Okay.
But I'm open to whatever is flexible for you.
Is
as
that the
well.
only way we can submit ours?
You can submit it either at the front desk. You can email me, so you can either scan it to
So
me.
we can email you the
You
hours
can
too.
email, absolutely.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much flexible, whatever works
So if
for
they email
you.
you the hours, then you need to know the
I need to
number of
know-
hours and whatever it's for.
Absolutely.
And the date or
Yes,
the month.
the month,
especially,
the
yeah.
month especially, yes. So I can be able to figure out the month, how many hours you did volunteer.
Do you know the statistics on how many hours we provide yearly?
So I know last year, that's when I started into the program. Last year, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was over 69,000 or 30, around that. I
Yeah.
have to double check, but it was a lot.
You don't know how it compares with 3 or 4 years ago?
I do have it. I do have it in my office,
don't-
but as of now, I can't. I don't want to, give you the wrong number.
Okay.
But a lot of hours.
Yeah.
A lot of hours are being put in.
And they're very important to Green Spring, aren't
They're
they?
very important to Green Spring. And also, we also show our appreciation. At the end of the year, we do have the Presidential Award, just showing our appreciation for the many hours, the hard work, the dedication that our volunteers do put in. It's just, starting into the volunteer program, just seeing the number of hours and the different places the residents do volunteer is just amazing. Because currently we have over 550 active volunteers.
Oh, good.
That is a lot.
Now, and there's another importance to Green Spring in there because we are a volunteer
Right.
agency or 501c.
501c organization, yes.
And
Yeah.
those hours have to be reported to the county? Is that?
Well, corporate likes to know, because we're, we do have a volunteer program here, just to see, the statistics, the numbers in, volunteers, what our residents do, how many hours that they put in, the work that they do. So it does help the company as a whole.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, thank you very much, Uvonne.
Thank you for having
We
me.
appreciate your coming here.
Thank you.
And the Garfield School, I hope we have a lot of
I hope so too.
residents
As
signed
of
up.
now, we have 2 people, so that is
Already
on the
signed
good.
up.
Already signed up and
Okay.
interested.
But we're
so
looking for
we're
20,
looking
huh?
We're looking for more.
All right.
As
Well, this is
many
your
as
opportunity to get back in the classroom. Well, thank you very much
Thank
again.
you.